Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have a ThinkPad L14, the Gen 5 model. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your fan, heatsink, CPU area. So first thing, power down your computer the correct way. Make sure it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access your bottom case screws. Now, after you have removed all screws from the bottom case, you also have to remove the SIM card tray on the back of the laptop. Once that's done, we can start prying the bottom case off of the rest of the computer. It's best to use your small flat plastic pry tool and start in the rear near one of the two hinge assemblies. Pry the back edge off first, and then work your way down along each side to pry those sides up. After that, you don't need to pry the bottom case off in the front. You just pick the bottom case up from the rear, slide it to the front, and it will come out from underneath these clips, and that way you can remove your bottom case. After removing your bottom case, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging things in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like any suggestions for tools or supplies for your project, as well as any upgrade or replacement parts for this exact model computer, the L14, there will be a link above, also below in the description. That will be a list of all those tools and supplies and replacement and upgrade parts for this model computer. Now, before I do anything in a computer, I always either remove or at least unplug my battery. Computers are safest to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. Your battery is right down here along the bottom of my screen with all the tools and replacement parts for this computer. It's held in by 3 screws and it plugs into the motherboard here near the green arrow. Now, in order to get this out, try not to pull on wires or cables. This goes for any wires or cables in a computer. You can damage them, or sometimes if you pull too hard, they can come right out of the plug. So if at all possible, just put force on the plug itself. So you can wiggle it right out of this port on the motherboard by pulling it to the right out of that port. Okay, so now that the battery has been removed, or again, at least unplugged, we can proceed deeper into the computer. You have your fan right here, separated by the heatsink over the CPU and the vent right there. The fan is held in by a screw here, here, and here, and it plugs into the motherboard right here. Now be very careful with that fan. Those cords are very fragile and they can easily come out of the plug, so definitely just use your fingernails or a pry tool in this case. If you need to get at your CPU, you'll have these 4 screws here. Now, one word of caution with getting at your CPU: if you have to disturb the thermal paste in a computer for any reason, when you take off your heatsink, you're going to separate that thermal paste. Some will stay on the heatsink, some will stay on the CPU. If you do that, you should reapply the thermal paste. Once you expose it to air and you separate it, its ability to do its job is going to be compromised. So if you would like help with that operation, I will have a video link above. Also below in the description, it'll be a tutorial in how to fix an overheating computer. But one of the things it'll show you, in addition to how to clean out your fan and your vent, is it'll show you how to clean off all the old thermal paste from both the heatsink and the CPU area. You don't want to put new paste on top of old paste. And then it will also show you how to apply the correct amount of thermal paste. If you put too much down, you end up locking heat in rather than facilitating its transport out. So if you need help with that operation, I will have that below in the description. But that's it for this video, how to get inside your ThinkPad L14 Gen 5 and access the fan heatsink. Thanks again so much for watching. Please remember to like and share if this helped you out, if you think it can help someone else out. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this, or if you just want to keep me on hand to answer any of your future computer questions. I do try to answer all questions throughout my channel at least a couple times a day. Also, feel free to check out the related links section below in the description. From time to time, I do try to add things in there that I think will help you with your general computer life, make it more productive, more enjoyable. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.